thing I like about these box Chevys is this two-piece fan shroud, but it's too bad because that's going away. So we're gonna put them electric fans in there. So I got the battery disconnected, and I'm gonna just start jamming away, getting these tins out of here. And then we got a couple little screws there in this two-piece cover here, and I think it's a 10mm right here that we put in there. So we're gonna get that up out of there. Pretty much, the next step is to take this bracket off. Got a couple screws right there. That's pretty much where the alternator is gonna fit right here. So I think the alternator look like it's gonna be mounted a little lower, so I probably need to I see they have the transmission lines running up about there, so I'm at to try to rebend them transmission lines, at least deflect them out of the way so they don't interfere with the alternator, because I believe the alternator is going to be sitting a little lower in here. So pretty much these right here just screw out. That's where the power steering pump pulley is going to go. I got to get rid of this top bracket right there. So I'm going to do that, and then it's just the crank pulley and the power steering pump. So all right, so here we go. So far I got the fan out, fan shroud out, got the alternator off. I'm about to take this alternator V-belt and this water pump pulley off. So pretty much probably can't see it because it's dark, but this is everything I got out of here so far. Got the fan shroud out, so pretty much for this, I'm gonna have to, I need to test fit the electric fans real quick. So I'll probably do that real quick while I'm at this stage. You know, just drop them in, make sure, you know, they kind of gonna work out. All right, here we go, guys. So pretty much just real quick before, just pretty much while I had the fan shroud out of the way, what I wanted to do is just pretty much just test fit my electric fan shroud just to make sure, you know, they're fitting in there, lining up good and everything like that. So, I just got my vice grips right here, just holding it in place. So pretty much once it's all in place, I'm gonna get my rubber cushions in there, and then I gotta bend up some brackets, make some brackets. So hopefully I'm able to still use this mount here, or I may have to use a combination of this and that right there. And I'm gonna bend up some custom brackets to kind of hold this bad boy in place. So that's gonna be holding the radiator in place and the fans. So I pretty much just get them, just test fitting them. So they looking pretty good in there. So it's definitely gonna give it a nice little slim look up under the hood. I mean, you know, a little bit more cleaner. So there we go. What's going on, guys? Cool Fred here. Welcome back to Cool Fred's Garage. We're going into video 2 on the box Chevy. Pretty much what I've been doing is just kind of getting prepared for the stuff I'm about to do next to it. So pretty much I went to my storage shed and got my vise and mounted it down to the table. So I got basically this wood and everything mounted to this sawhorse here, and I got this mounted to the wood, and also this bending brake that I had for a while. I just needed to secure it to my table, and I also got this sawhorse secured right here to my this 2x8 here. So I got a nice solid work surface. So when I'm kind of, you know, working with the brackets and everything for the electric fans, you know, it's not going to be moving around and stuff on me. And then if I need to drill some holes or whatever, I can easily just come over here, you know, put everything over here and drill what I need to drill. So the next stage of the project is pretty much just starting to get these pulleys on, to get the belt kit on, and then from there I'm gonna start working with the electric fan. So another thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get this ground wire. I'm gonna run that to the engine block, to the frame, and pretty much I just got to get the power steering pump off here. I decided I'm gonna take the radiator on out. I'm gonna take the radiator out to mount the fans on. So I'm gonna let it drain over there into that pan down there. So pretty much that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna get that out, and then I gotta rework this that transmission cooling line here. So I got a bending tool, a tube bender. So I'm just gonna kind of bend it out of the way. All right, I'm back. I got everything out this small block Chevy 350 here. Well, I gotta take the crank pulley off, but I got the electric fans out. Pretty much power steering pump is out. So all I gotta do is just take this crank pulley off. Get that off of there. Alright, so that bad boy ready to come off. So I'm gonna get that out of there. And then it's kind of hard working with one hand. I'm trying to hold the camera with the other one, so I'm just gonna try to set it right in here. Get that out real quick. So this engine's pretty clean. Like I said, it's a 350 crate motor from JX that that my client put in there. Him and his uncle put the motor in. So I'm gonna go ahead and start test fitting some of the brackets. I'll probably put the crank pulley on first, and then I'm gonna probably put the alternator bracket in there. I'll probably just go ahead and set the alternator bracket in there just to see how it's gonna set. It's gonna go in here, right here. So as I was mentioning earlier, that this transmission line right here is gonna interfere. So I'm about to get that on out of the way, so we have room. So I'm gonna get my bending tool and end up just kind of moving it a little bit further that way. And if I need to, I might have to trim it and put another rubber hose on there, but we'll see. All right, I'm going back. I'm going in with the power steering bracket here. So I got my instructions right over here, and these right here, I put a little bit of this blue RTV on the end of the bolts. This right here, just because it's in the water jacket. So because you have to mount, let me see, you gotta mount this bolt with this spacer. Spacers on the other side of the bracket. So that's what I'm about to do. I'm gonna go ahead and put that bracket on and go from there. All right, guys, just wanted to point something out real quick, because many of you are probably gonna run into this situation. But I got the power steering bracket in place, so everything's good there. I left it just a little bit loose so I could test fit the power steering pump. But one thing, on this one, we're putting a new power steering pump because the old one was leaking. But one thing to note is you always want to check this back fitting here for your power steering pressure hose. Now this one right here has the O-ring style. I'm trying to get my camera to focus in. Yeah, it's got that O-ring style seal on there. But I'm gonna show you guys the basically this fitting on the back of the power steering pump wouldn't work, but basically you could swap the one from your old pump to your new one, and I just switched the seals out. I'm going over here to my workbench here, and these are the two. This is like the adapter that goes to the back of the pump. So pretty much the threads in it. Well, this has the little sealing cap. I just put that in there. But pretty much if I take that out, they'll be the same size. This is just so you don't have any fluid leaking from the pump on your floor or whatever. So this is it right here. So you can see those two are the same size. Now what I did is I took the O-ring. This is the old O-ring right here from this one, but I took the one off of this one and swapped it over to, so I don't have any leaks. So I'm gonna swap that over and put this in the new pump. All right, so here we go. So I got the adapter out of the old pump. I swapped over that O-ring. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm just gonna put that in the new pump. So there's a pressure relief valve in there, and with a spring. So just make sure that doesn't pop out, and you will have to kind of push down on it a little bit to get that to thread in. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that real quick. All right, so this is what it looks like when you get that swapped over. So pretty much what I just showed you guys was swapping out this little this fitting. This will save you from running back to the part store, running down the Summit, or trying to send a part back to Jegs or wherever you're getting your stuff from. Because just as long as it's a one of these, I think they call it a swing saw or a sig saw power steering pump, this fits many applications from like the late 60s and 70s to the mid to early 80s. So this right here will save you lots of time of running a trip to a part store. So as long as you clean that fitting up real good, swap out your O-ring, you'll be good to go, and you'll save yourself lots of headache of just trying to swap it out, because like, oh, my power steering hose won't work. And plus the other thing is, the other alternative is that you could swap out the power steering hose, but it's like, who wants to waste a trip going down to AutoZone or O'Reilly's? And for this car, this old, they might not even have a part in stock. They probably got to order it. So in 5 to 10 minutes, you can have that thing cleaned up, swapped over, swap your O-ring over, and put that fitting adapter in the new pump, and you're good to go. So I'm also going down through the instructions. It's got a certain way that it wants you to position these spacers and things like that. So I'm gonna go ahead and just kind of test fit it, make sure everything is kind of lined up close to where it's supposed to be, and then I'm just gonna move along probably to the crank pulley and the water pump, which those are simple, and then go on to the alternator.